Listen up, cluckheads.
You're listening to Whiskey and Whine
With Rooster and
The Madman, where we talk about common sense, current events,
the Constitution and
morals, while comparing drinks of yesteryear to drinks of today.
so sit back, relax, leave us a comment.
Here comes Whiskey and Whine.
Like my women, like I like my chicken, a little bit of fat on the end.
All right.
Time to be serious.
Let's get serious here.
We're working on a barbershop quartet. If anybody's interested, there's two of us.
We need the fourth. Well, we got morals.
Right, Morals is here, but she didn't really join in on that song.
No,
so.
I don't think it was her thing. All right.
So
Welcome back, Cluckheads.
Yeah, welcome back, Cluckheads. That's where we're at.
Hey, I got to say
You
the
didn't
cluck.
get to.
I got to say the
throw it
cluck,
in there, right?
and I
there,
didn't get yellow carded.
No yellow card at this point, but it's still young in the episode. So episode 31, by the way.
Episode 31. So we only have this one and one more before we do our tournament of fermentation.
That's right. Tournament of fermentation coming up.
It's coming up soon.
So, am I holding the microphone right?
No, you're not.
Is it okay?
No. Stop.
Yellow card. Flag on the play for holding the microphone, apparently.
That's all right. Just don't.
Apparently that was inappropriate.
Just don't stroke the microphone.
Oh, all right.
It's probably that. All right, so you want to do the intro? Welcome back, Cluckheads.
Not supposed to tickle the cord either.
No, don't tickle the cord. Well, you know who we are. You know what we do.
Yeah, it's Constitution, common sense,
current events, and morals.
Yeah, there's morals.
She's actually in the room. And
we
we've already got
PG
our first yellow card.
Yeah, we are PG-13, so obviously you didn't see anything that was going on there, so it's all still good.
I saw it. My eyes just need some bleach.
Well, certain things you can't unsee, like if you've ever been to the dungeon. Or just walk by it. Oh, wait a minute.
You're like, wait a second, what is all that about?
What is that? Oh, anyways. So, we're due no beer because we had the whole beer thing going on for a while.
We had the beer.
So I picked us a good selection of rum and coke, and honestly, before we get into what type of rum and coke I got, or coke, excuse me, the reason I picked rum and coke is our first topic that we're going to get into, which is obviously pretty self-explanatory, is given the Kyle Rittenhouse thing coming up.
Yeah.
Is I really expected, because it's Thursday as we're recording this thing, I expected a verdict to be done by now, and I just thought we could. I even brought cigars. I thought, man, we could just smoke cigars, drink rum and coke,
watch the world
burn.
We could just sit out there and just raise the Jolly Roger flag.
Yeah,
and, pirate's life for me.
I don't know, man. It's just I expected it to be now, but it's not there. So anyway, we're doing rum and coke tonight.
Is it?
Yeah, rum and coke. I'm an old school kind of guy. I mean, I know it's whiskey and wine, but I really, really enjoy my good rum.
Well, the first episode that we did was actually rum because we got that really good one from.
It was that limited run from Bent.
From Bent, yeah.
That stuff is great. So this is I'm trying to key in a little bit more on morals vibe over here with that Honky Tonk Bar Association thing. So I went with strictly silver and white rums so they could be a mixer.
Can we say rums without getting in trouble?
Is rums the correct diet? Is that the correct grammar? No.
Okay, so rums it is.
Rums it is. Arrgh.
We'll put it right up there.
Matey, we're drinking rums and cokes.
We'll put rums and cokes and beers.
And when I say Coke, I mean Coca-Cola, not the stuff that Hunter Biden does.
I'll just slide this baggie back in my pocket over here.
That
just got awkward.
Yeah, awkward.
Now I just want to go fast.
I have so much energy. Look at all these paintings I just painted.
I should buy a boat.
Yeah.
We could sail to Russia.
What a joy to Ukrainian energy board. Okay, sorry.
All right, so one of the things that we are going to do, though, is that we're gonna test them as just straight first.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do the mixers with the Coke.
Sounds good. I'm all
so that way that we can get like exactly how they taste and then see how they taste once they're mixed.
Well, you want to cover the low end first?
Yeah, I'll cover this low end. So let's see what we got. We got some Calypso Silver.
Calypso, that's pretty cool. That's a sea shanty.
That's a sea shanty thing, like Atlas's Daughter type stuff.
I just remember her from Pirates of the Caribbean 17 or something like that. I think she was a character in it with a really bad team.
Yeah, I think it might have been 15.
I
don't know.
I think it had Johnny Depp in it.
Maybe.
Who knows at this point?
But it is not SeaWorld friendly. That is.
No, it's real glass.
That is real glass.
I was really surprised to find that all
look
the
at the top,
ends,
though. Look at the top. I'm debating on whether or not this one is going to have the spill proof.
It's going to have it. I'm calling it's going to have the spill proof. Morals? Okay, she's saying no spill proof.
I think that it will.
All right. So
I think that it was 2-4.
But she's the
all right. So it's 4080.
Yeah.
This is a pretty cool little pirate themed label.
The label is cool. I mean, it's
got a little story on the back.
Kind of like a Sailor Jerry TNA kind of thing going on. So
I could see, like Ringmaster dressing up like her on stage one night.
He could, yeah. I mean, maybe.
Calypso Silver is inspired by the story of Calypso, the sea nymph. Sea nymph.
I like that. I don't know what a sea nymph is, but
I'm pretty sure that I'm going to Google search that in private mode.
Yeah.
From
your search history on that, guys.
make sure you delete my history in case something happens and I'm on my way home. From Greek mythology, daughter of Atlas, Calypso roamed the islands in search of her next great lover. So that automatically means the overlord is out.
Yeah.
Just from great lover.
That whole, maybe if it said like adequate.
Yeah. Mediocre. You get a participation trophy.
Yeah.
You were there.
You were there.
When the great warrior Odysseus washed ashore after a shipwreck, Calypso took him as her lover and promised him immortality if he would stay with her. When he refused, she held him prisoner, in quotation marks. So I'm thinking that she had a dungeon for 7 years before releasing him. The rest of the story is lost at sea.
All right. I like it.
All right.
We got a story to go with it. And all for $6.49 for 750
I was about to say,
milliliters.
There's a 750 milliliter bottle for $6.50. So
yeah, it's budget conscious.
It is very budget conscious.
Now that one, where's it come from? Because all
this
good
is
rums
from Louisville,
come from like the Caribbean and South America.
We don't need anything from the Caribbean. We need something from Louisville, Kentucky.
Well, that's home to pretty much every low end distillery there is in this country. So yeah, why not? So it's a hillbilly rum.
All right, let's see what we got here.
No offense, people in Louisville. I was stationed Fort Knox for a long time. I love you.
That was it was like a typical plastic.
Yeah, I mean it's.
Here we go. Nope. No, Morals is right.
Morals is right. Again, Morals. She's
all right. So here we go. That smells like whiteboard cleaner. That
you know what? That smells like a hospital.
It does. That smells like pure alcohol, just whiteboard cleaner. There's
Well, I almost the one at the very end on the bottom.
Oh, did you see her face? She just should be like this. She goes,
yeah. The one that was on the very bottom end was Skull, and we've already done the Skull with the vodka, and we know how that was just pure rubbing alcohol. So I figured we'll try something a little different. So this was mid range down, the low end on the low shelf. So
well, we have 3 poured.
All right, I'm taking the Iron Post shot glass here, and you get the cool sugar skull.
I get the little sugar skull. It looks clear. I was denied the sugar skull.
Oh, you don't get the sugar skull, man.
I got the old Iron Fist.
It's all right.
All right. Are we gonna sip now? Or are we gonna do it the way that we normally do on every flipping show?
I told you I like rum. All right, we'll wait.
It's clear.
It's clear.
It's like alcohol.
Clear. Yeah.
All right. So what you got over there then?
So what I've got here is it's nothing super fancy. It's Bacardi Superior, and it's their white rum. It's not a high end. It is a mid range, but it's probably the most notable mid range. I mean, if you go to places like, I'm trying to think
pretty much any bar.
There's a restaurant. It's a pretty known well chain, Carrabba's, I think is what it is or something. And they called this is their top shelf. Believe it or not, I was a little.
Oh God!
Yeah, I was in there for a happy hour one time on top shelf liquor. And I ordered rum and Coke, and they're like, "Okay, so you want the Bacardi Silver, or you want the Bacardi Superior?" And I'm like, "Oh,
yeah,
all right."
That'll work, I guess.
What's your low end? probably Skull.
Probably Skull.
But anyways, yeah. So it's just Bacardi. Now this one's out of Puerto Rico. Bacardi used to be out of Cuba. I'm sure there's might still be some from the Cuba, but obviously, with the blockades and everything, it all moved over to Puerto Rico. So these are both, like I said, the silvers or the whites.
It's got the
which just means they're clear for
the
mixing
cool Bacardi bat on it.
Yeah, it's got the bats actually. It's the bottle's pretty cool. It's the bats made into the bottle itself. The logo is just it's a standard Bacardi.
Oh, I didn't
logo.
even see that. I've never even noticed that.
Yeah, they always put. That.
I just thought of okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's a texture.
That's actually kind of cool.
It's always on there,
but it's not SeaWorld friendly.
No, it is not SeaWorld friendly.
You cannot.
Now
take
this
that
one
to the
is
pool.
not the big bottle like the 750 milliliters. This one is the 375 milliliters. So, but it's already still more expensive. So to give you an idea, if I'd bought the same size bottles, it would have been I think $17.99 today. For 750 milliliters versus the $6.49 to kind of tell you where you're at. Typically they run around $20.
So how much is this one?
This one was $6.99 because I just bought the small bottle. So
essentially it's the smaller bottle.
It's double the it's double the value.
Still,
so that's kind of where we're at. I mean,
all right,
like
well,
I said, it's not super high end. It's just
this is
not low end. It's that perfect mid range.
Didn't even make a sound when you opened it.
I might have already opened it before I got
here. Oh my god! How are you still breaking our own?
Don't ask questions you don't want answers to.
This is our show. We came up with the rules from the very beginning.
This smells like rubbing alcohol too.
It does, but it has a sweeter scent to it.
Yeah, it's like Johnson & Johnson's rubbing
versus
alcohol
Equate.
Versus Equate or whatever. Yeah.
It has a sweeter scent to it.
Like I said, when I was at that Carrabba's one time and they told me that this was the top shelf.
All right.
That was a little weird.
Go ahead and pour it into our skull glasses here.
Oh, man, if I knew where to use these, I should have got the skull.
So we'll do these, and then we'll see which one mixes better.
All right. So, little skull shot glasses here.
So we have our skulls, we have our iron fist, and
all right.
You know what? We always do the
low end.
We always do the low end first because we both know there's no going back.
Yeah. All right.
So here we go. It's a little clinkage.
All right.
And let's take a sip of this. It's
not the worst thing.
It's not the worst that we drank.
It's not the best.
It's not the best.
We've had rum once before, and the last time we did rum, we did really high end, and then we did it versus Kraken.
Yeah, and that Kraken was that spot. And you know what? Maybe I was thinking about because I think
I like the Kraken a little bit better.
I was going to say that I like that spice.
It's almost got a NyQuil quality to it.
Yeah, or Hibernal.
Yeah. So, but,
all right.
It's not worse than that Scotch we had last week.
God, no. That Scotch was bad.
All right, you want to get into the first topic now that we've sipped on it a little bit?
I am.
Or do you want to sip the next one first?
I'm trying to get our timer up. For some reason, I'm having technical difficulties. There we go. All right, so timer is up. Let's see what our first topic. Oh, the Rittenhouse.
Yeah, it's Rittenhouse.
All right, timer started. So with Rittenhouse.
So, I mean,
we already kind of mentioned that we thought that the world was going to burn.
Yeah, I was expecting chaos, and we would just kind of sit back and watch, kind of a deal. I still think that it's going to be chaos, and we're going to get to watch because it doesn't really matter which way it comes out. I think we're looking at chaos. I think if he's found not guilty, which I think he will be found not guilty, just on that prosecution was so terrible.
The prosecution was terrible, but then also, and this is something that mentioned earlier, is that pretty much the media is breaking the Sixth Amendment.
Yeah,
which also leads it not only for them to have a federal charge against them, but it also means that it's no longer a fair and impartial jury.
Yeah, they've really, really pushed the boundary. So today, the judge involved in the Rittenhouse case, he actually had to ban and bar MSNBC.
Yeah, because they were trailing jurors.
Yeah, because they were following jurors around and following the jury pool bus. That's absolutely interfering with the court proceeding. So,
what?
Yeah, I think maybe it's time to start holding some of these guys. I mean, nobody believes that the media has our best interest. They're all about stoking the flames, and stoking the coals to get flames to go from that. And this is just exactly what they're doing. And I think maybe it's time someone makes an example out of a media coverage and something like this.
Oh, absolutely.
And say, hey, you know what? You're tampering with a jury. This has got national effects that could happen. Maybe it's time to start hitting these guys with some hardcore fines, and maybe somebody needs to go to jail.
And even with that, they're just between all the BS that the prosecution was doing, and then now the stuff from the media. They're just giving all the reasons to make this a mistrial.
Yeah, I mean, in my personal opinion, the whole point with the I shouldn't say point, the whole deal with the Rittenhouse thing, which kind of makes it really sad in its own self, is Rittenhouse kind of fits into that. He's a kid, but he fits into that far right, extremist kind of category.
There was no reason for him to go there with a gun unless he was looking for trouble.
No, but it also doesn't make that criminal, given that the far left instigators and rioters, these guys were convicted felons. They also brought guns to it.
Yeah, so why was a convicted felon actually?
And see, no one's asking. The prosecution seems to just kind of gloss over that. So what's really happening is prosecution is not just going after Rittenhouse. What they're doing is they've attacked, do you have the right to defend yourself? And they're basically saying you don't if you're better armed or better trained than the person you defended yourself from, which is absolutely absurd.
Yeah.
I mean, so what do we tell everybody who ever served in the military, might have been a police officer once before, that, hey, you know how to defend yourself, therefore you don't have the right to defend yourself, that criminals who are not good at what they do should be able to do it because
most of the time
better than they are.
Whenever somebody pulls a gun on me, I like to just pull out my slingshot.
Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of where they went with the
David
AR-15
and Goliath,
versus,
baby.
well, these guys only had handguns. You brought an AR-15, therefore you're the one that's more wrong. No, he was the smarter one in the extremists. They're all extremists, and he just happened to be smarter than the other ones.
Yeah, and you said you said it best. That
play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
They're both extremists. There was no reason for him to be there. There was no reason for him to have an AR-15 there. There was no reason for him to have any reason at all to be there.
But keep in context, it wasn't illegal for him to be there.
It was not illegal for him to be there. And it was illegal for the felon to have a firearm.
Correct.
But that's not getting
that's why I don't understand why this is why I think he's going to be not guilty. That's why I don't understand.
But you know what else? I really love the fact that the prosecution graduated top of his class from the Alec Baldwin School of Firearm Safety, and he was pointing a gun with his finger on the trigger.
It's the funny, not funny. I mean, I'm just surprised.
3 out of the top 4 gun rules broken.
Yeah, I'm
right
surprised
there.
he just didn't pull the trigger on that one. I mean, just wave it at the jury pool. And,
wave it at people in the courtroom. And, the thing is that you don't know what the other people in the courtroom have seen and gone through in their lives. You don't know what those jurors have gone through. So, once again, this could lead into a suit against the prosecutor himself because of emotional and mental distress or possibly PTSD from somebody that's sitting there that may have had a gun pointed at him before.
Well, I think in that scenario, maybe the jury should have had a handgun, and that way he could have got away with waving that rifle. I don't know, man. The whole thing is just sad when it comes down to it.
And, at this point, whether he's innocent or guilty,
well, the fact that the president called him a white supremacist before it ever went to trial already. Yeah. I mean, this kid is guilty in the eyes of the public already.
But
which is
even
sad.
if you take all that out, if you look at just the way the court system is supposed to work, there is every single reason to go ahead and label this as a mistrial.
Yeah.
Simply because timer just went off. Yeah. All right. So what do y'all think of that?
Well, I'm ready to try the other one.
What do y'all think of that Calypso?
I'm ready to try the other one. It's you know what? It's $6.50 for a big bottle. Expectations are like Denny's.
We're not talking Waffle House. We're talking
Waffle House. We're like, hey, man, I'm at Denny's. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Hey, man, you got that moons over my hammy sandwich? Because, I bet you it's awesome. Guys, it's not awesome.
It's
just
you're
scrambled
drunk
eggs
and you happen to be there.
on toast with a piece of ham, a piece of cheese. And it's not even quality ham.
It's
not good cheese either.
It's the bottom shelf restaurant depot.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I've had the sandwich. So when you're low on funds,
we've all had the
it's
sandwich.
a good meal.
Yeah.
But, if you've got money to go to Saltgrass, you're not going to go to Denny's.
You're not going to go to Denny's.
So, not knocking Denny's. It's got its place in the world. So
I mean, you can either go to, like you said, you can either go to like Texas de Brazil or you can go to Denny's.
So now we're going to try the IHOP version of Let's give this one a sip. Did morals leave us?
I don't know, but if she has, this is our time to throw in any type of joke.
No, she's coming back now.
So there's one time.
She says no.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
All right, so here we got some clinkage going on.
The cool little skull ones.
Skull.
This is the Bacardi.
Let's take a sip of this.
Okay.
That is way better.
So it's twice as good as the Calypso.
That is way better. That is.
Yeah. So, okay.
I'm already
sipping.
I'm already calling it sipping.
If you like straight rum, you're going to like Bacardi over Calypso.
I mean, you know what? I'm kind of curious.
Calypso has to be mixed. There's just no way.
I'm wondering if the Calypso is going to taste a lot better mixed.
We're going to find out because just like the infomercials. Wait,
there's more.
All right.
Let's see what the second topic is. It's the COVID stuff.
COVID.
Yeah,
what is this COVID thing you speak of?
Hold on.
I don't know if I've heard of it.
Let me get this timer started. So a long time ago, in the year of our Lord 2020.
First they were the dinosaurs.
And then the earth cooled.
Anyway, so
the hardest thing about this 14-day to flatten the curve is the first 2 years.
Yeah, I know, man. I'm waiting for it. I mean, we'll get there. We're going to get there.
We'll get there.
We're going to get there. But yeah, so this is really just more of a follow-up.
Did you hear? It is more of a follow-up, but I couldn't let it go whenever I saw it come across the feed. Did you hear about the whole thing with DeSantis today?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that there's probably some conspiracy theorists out there who said that who are looking into it, saying that his signing into law the anti-mandates in Florida being signed in Brandon, Florida.
What?
Yeah. I'm sure that people are going to read into that.
Let's go to Brandon,
Florida. Yeah. So yeah, that's actually kind of funny that he did that one.
You know what?
That's a big foam middle finger.
That is an expert troll level. That is a straight up. I mean, that's like the type of stuff that you and I would think of and go, no, morals wouldn't let us get away with it. But DeSantis just did it because he doesn't have the morals sitting there at the end of the table going yellow card, red card.
Kudos to him. That's pretty funny, man. I Abbott just signed it. This guy goes to a place called Brandon to do it.
Is there even a Brandon, Texas?
I have no idea. I mean, it doesn't matter because it's too late now. He's already set the bar. So, I mean, that's.
Pretty much DeSantis just said, "Oh, Abbott, you're going to do that?
Yeah,
hold my Calypso."
He doesn't really. But the funny thing is, he doesn't even need to sign these mandates now that all the federal courts and OSHA have said these mandates are unconstitutional.
But
you can't do them.
But hold on, there, Rooster.
All right.
The president said, "Don't listen to the courts. Listen to me."
Oh, you know what? That makes sense.
Yeah,
we should always violate the law and listen to the President of the United States, who's already had the court saying it's illegal.
Unconstitutional.
It's unconstitutional. You can't do that. Yeah, that's a dictator.
Well, you know that little piece of paper down there at Independence Hall. It's more guidelines than actual rules.
Right. But then another funny thing you got out there is Oklahoma is in the news too.
Did you see the thing where they deployed the Oklahoma National Guard against the FBI?
Oklahoma National Guard is now in direct conflict with Pentagon in the White House.
Is this it? Is this where the great boogaloo starts?
I don't know, but they got themselves a new adjutant general, and this adjutant general, per the governor of Oklahoma, said no, mandates are not required, and the Pentagon's not happy with it. So now there's going to be a divide in the military. And here's the funny thing: is both the Pentagon and the White House are just waiting to see how many more states divide their National Guard against the Pentagon's rules.
Absolutely. I mean, and one of the things that they don't want to admit, and it's not coming across the media, guess who actually has the power? It's not the federal government. It's the state.
Yeah. So unless they're on federal deployment, and that's where this is going to be worked out in courts. But
that was the longest hiss out of a Coke bottle I have ever heard.
Things like the Army National Guard in each state becoming less the Army and more the National Guard.
It's almost like that they're going to
have
to
turn Air Guard and stuff like that.
It's almost like they're going to have to turn the state guard into almost a state police against the federal government.
Yeah, think about it. I mean, the Guard is the oldest branch of the military. I mean, technically, it's Department of the Army, but it is part of the Army.
Because originally it came from the Minutemen.
Yes, so it is the oldest form of service in the United States.
1772?
Yes, actually back to the 1600s with the Concord, Massachusetts.
Oh, that's right.
I mean, the National Guard emblem itself is a emblem or is a picture of.
Maybe I'm thinking of the Continental Navy.
It's a painting of a 7th Concord, Massachusetts soldier with a rifle in one hand and the plow on his other side.
Yeah,
to show the citizen soldier thing, because that was the original military in this country. That's what freed us. From England on this.
Yeah, it was a bunch of squirrel hunters.
It wasn't
that were
a standing national army. It wasn't the Navy. These were citizen soldiers.
It was a bunch of squirrel hunters that knew how to do guerrilla warfare because the fact that they were used to hiding in the trees to fight for their deer and their squirrels.
Yeah, so now
and their
we're seeing this weird splitting. I mean, the question becomes how much of a split or divide does it become? I don't know. Some people will blow it off because they're like, oh, there's a National Guard, bunch of Nancy girls and stuff like that. Hey man, you might want to check out how many of these guardsmen have been pulled to Afghanistan, Iraq.
There's some of those National Guards that they were your Call of Duty players, and then there's some of those that they're your hardened combat vets.
I spent some years in the Guard, man, and there's some heavy hitters out there.
There's some of them that are your heavy. Oh, there's our timer. Okay,
I was gonna say the woman who just won the sniper course, National Guard member. Female.
Oh yeah, the one that was the Olympian.
Yeah, she just took it. Military top sniper.
Yeah.
So. Remember that, guys.
All right.
So let's get to the mixed drinks here, man.
Let's get to the mixed drinks before we get to the big FUs.
Did you already put some in there? Do we need to mix them in there? Okay, cool.
Which one's this one?
All right, so here's our Calypso.
Here's our Calypso. Get some cluckage clinkage.
Pounded on the table. I'm sorry, Bucky. Did you want some too?
Huh.
I don't even taste it.
I can't.
Oh, wait. There it is.
It's got a little bit of an aftertaste.
It's an aftertaste. It's not a true rum and coke. It's just like a aftertaste with alcohol in it.
It reminds me of something, and I can't place it.
It does. It makes it taste like Diet Coke.
That's a good point, Morals. Yeah. The Mad Hen just brought up that it makes it taste like Diet Coke, and it actually really does. It's
not the worst thing.
No, but it reminds me. I know what it reminds me of. Like the equate version of Robitussin, like Tussin. But how you can taste the grape on the front end, but then on the back end you just get the alcohol taste from the medicine. That's what it reminds me of, except that with Coke.
Here's the deal: if I'm at a happy hour and we're splitting like some
spitting.
We're splitting a whole bunch of jalapeno poppers or something like that, just having a good old time. This doesn't bother me. But if I'm paying full price,
I thought you were lactose intolerant. Why are we getting jalapeno poppers?
Well, sometimes you got to take one for the team. But
you're not riding with me on the way back.
Yeah, but if I'm actually sitting down having a steak or something like that, this is not going to cut it.
Why in the God's green earth are you going to have a rum and coke with steak?
Why would you not have a rum and coke?
That's what bourbon and whiskey's for.
You know what? Sometimes I like to mix it up.
No. Unless we were doing Caribbean jerk steak.
Look, man, when you're dressed up like a pirate.
I just come out of the dungeon.
You got to go rum and coke. It doesn't matter if you're at Saltgrass.
I had a
Texas Roadhouse.
I had a peg leg on the third appendage.
Let me get that ribeye.
I want something that's going to leave me prickly on the insides. Be like, sir, why are you in Saltgrass dressed as a pirate?
Why would I not be dressed like a pirate? It's always fun to dress like a pirate. Right?
Yeah. I mean,
unfortunately, we should ask the Overlord. He dressed like a pirate one time.
He did. He went treasure hunting.
Yeah, at a truck stop.
He sat there and
was it time to move on?
He sat there and cuddled up to that dude and was like, "Are you a treasure chest?"
Says, Morals she's flagging us. Time to move on. All right. So
Hold on. Are we going to do the side by side now? Or are we going to wait till after the follow up?
Well, we only got one more now, so let's do the side by side.
All right, let's do the side by side,
and then we can do the going back.
Yeah, then we can do it. Yeah.
All
right. So this one's the Bacardi, correct? Now this is the one, and I had actually mentioned it to Mark earlier and Bradley earlier that this is our Paws in the City glass. That is distinctly different.
Oh, I like it. Rooster likey.
Yeah.
Arg.
The Madman like.
I'm ready to plunder.
I'm ready to start singing some sea shanties.
So
I do love me some sea shanties.
Tastes exactly like a rum and coke should taste.
That's exactly how a rum and coke should taste. There's no.
Yeah. No. So, Calypso.
No, you kind of fell
Bacardi?
short. Yeah.
Good.
Now you do get twice the amount for the same price.
Yeah, I think it's worth it. Just spend the extra, just double the money. You're
You know,
fine.
you know what? If you come up to me at the liquor store and you're like, Madman, really want some rum, and I only got $7, I'll go ahead and
get the small bottle.
I'll go ahead and spot you.
Yeah, just get the small bottle and
to get the Bacardi over the Calypso.
But I wonder. I mean, we can't test it. I wonder the Calypso, since it's the lower end, would it work better with like say Sam's Choice Cola?
First off, there is nothing that goes well with Sam's Choice Cola.
Or Dr. Thunder.
Dr. Thunder. Or Mountain Lightning.
Something like that. I'm being told I got to leave the studio.
We just got pointed to leave.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so let's do these big FUs.
Just for anybody out there, it has nothing to do with the alcohol we're drinking. You're never too poor for real Dr. Pepper.
Hey, man.
It's like toilet paper. Don't buy the cheap stuff.
Not everybody's got $5, Rooster.
Man, just drink water.
It's barbecue water.
It's barbecue water. Prove me wrong.
All right, let's do these big FUs.
The big FUs.
The big FUs.
Stands for follow-ups.
Does it?
Yeah, I think so.
Morals?
We go either way.
Okay, so what's in between a white card and a yellow card?
I don't.
Orange? Maybe.
I'm a man.
No, that'd be yellow or red.
I got a flag for that one. Fairly.
We got a pastel green card.
Yeah. So I don't know.
All right. Timer started. So some of these big FUs. The supply chain.
Supply chain. I think I've heard of that.
So I want to read what was put up in some of the national parks as a part of the supply chain Green New Deal. Now, I know that you can't see this, but there was a sign put up that said, "Save toilet paper, use both sides."
No.
Now
How about no?
I'm not a genius, but I'm pretty sure by using both sides, that means that I'm distributing the fecal matter all over my hand.
Yeah, I think you're correct. I'm not a toilet paper scientist.
Yes.
But
I'm not employed by Charmin.
If you've got one in covered, flipping it over, yes, the other side is clean.
Yeah.
But you're now not. So it's like taking off of one area and putting it in the other.
It's kind of like, you want a longer blanket, so you cut one end off and you sew it to the other.
Or, I don't know. I mean, soon they'll be telling us to, instead of toilet paper, pull a sock off or something.
Yeah, I mean,
for anybody who's ever been hunting, you know what I'm talking about.
And I wouldn't have believed that, because I'd heard about some of these signs, but I wouldn't have believed it if it had not come from someone that I would trust with my life. In a firefight, I would trust this guy with my life. And he sent me a picture of it in the national park that he was at.
The sign.
My God.
Yeah, it's
You know what? But speaking of crappy topics,
think how much they probably spent on those signs too. And there's some poor guy who makes signs out there is like, you know what? I'm getting paid way too much money by the government anyway, so
I might as well be fecal royalty.
You know what, dude? You guys.
Oh, hey, speaking of royalty.
Oh,
yeah.
So the commander in chief and the royal family, Camilla, whatever her name is.
To be honest, I have not given a cluck about the royal family since 1775.
Nor should we as Americans.
No.
So.
You know what?
Yeah, she can't keep talking about his
I can't hear you over the sound of this liberty.
Yeah, she can't. Apparently, the royal family, the Duchess of Cornwall, she can't seem to get past the elongated flatulence of our one Mr. Biden.
Wait, what? What is this?
We've heard stories about his crap in his pants,
no,
and stuff like that. So yeah,
I'll wipe my butt today.
Get my butt wiped. Yeah. So there's that.
I wonder if he put on a new suit.
He might have. I don't know. I mean, I think this was just flashes at this point. So.
Was it?
Yeah, maybe. And
yeah, I mean, but the fact that there is a member of the royal family, and they're actually an heir to the throne. If I know,
well, she's not an heir to the throne.
But her husband.
Yeah,
is.
she's married to
the heir to the
next king, who's going to be the next king of England, unless he abdicates or whatever that
yeah.
is for monarchies that we should.
But
support.
she's in the direct line on the way up.
Yeah, she's gonna be well taken care of.
And the commander-in-chief of the free world apparently let out a fart that was so long that she has been talking about it off and on for days now.
Yeah, I'm sure it sounded presidential, though.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah, I'm sure it was really presidential. So,
but it sounded like a presidential
It's not like a normal one. It's like, when it comes from president, it's
Yeah.
special at that point.
Obviously.
Yeah. And then what was it? what else we got? So...
the Afghanistan follow-up.
Yeah, that's another crappy subject right there. See what I did?
I see what you did there.
Yeah, so let's get stink all over it.
I smelled what you're stepping in.
Yeah, so apparently we still have Americans stuck in Afghanistan.
So right now, the estimate that I read was between 400 and 450, and some of those are actually vets.
Yeah, and I heard one of them keeps getting hung up on every time he calls the embassy. They're like, hey, man, stop calling here.
Yeah.
I really personally think at this point, the Biden administration has just abandoned these people, and they have no intention of getting these folks out.
Well, that's okay, man, because we're building back better.
No, absolutely, yeah.
Oh, hey.
Come on, man.
Building back better. That passed the House tonight.
Ooh, $1.something trillion.
1.9?
Yeah, but we'll see what happens when we get to the Senate.
Yeah.
So.
And at this point, I think
it's going to go through, but we're going to eat all kinds of debt. I mean, we're going to see national debt.
Didn't it say that
before.
that it could be up to like $327 billion in national debt?
Yeah,
or something?
just by the year
2031 or something.
3031 or something like that. So, but it's okay. 2031. Excuse me. Yeah, but it's cool because we'll all have electric cars by then.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So it's fine.
The 98% of us that don't drive electric. Oh, hey, timer just went off.
We'll just have more money for them. Just money.
Well, I mean, once China gives us our
yeah, we got to go back.
Once China gives us our kickbacks. China.
Okay, so I really, really like the Bacardi mix here. I really don't like the Calypso mix.
Now, see,
it's like drinking Diet Coke. It's going from a rum and Coke to a Diet Coke.
At the very beginning of this episode,
it's like a flat Diet Coke.
Yeah, it very much is like a flat Diet Coke. At the very beginning of this episode, I took a sip of that Calypso and I said, "Nope." And y'all were like, "Oh, it's not bad."
We still got your sipping. Let's do a walk back on that.
Yeah,
one too.
I got a sip. I got some of that left. Yeah, totally sipping right now.
Oh, yeah, you got to try the sipping one back. That's. Woo.
You don't go back.
It's like rum and rubbing alcohol.
It's like rum and rum-ish.
Oh, yeah. No, this is, yeah, it's not good. It's not good.
So I got a question for you.
Bacardi's a winner.
Yeah, Bacardi's a straight winner. The Calypso is going to the dungeon.
Oh, yeah. We'll
I wonder if we can trick them like we did with the McCormicks.
It's fine. I have a whole other 2-liter in the car just for them to go with it. I thought ahead. I brought us the Cokes and all this stuff.
That's
and I
why
I
love you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Maybe I'll keep it and I'll go find a Sam's Cola. Or just the one at Walmart just says Cola.
Yeah.
It's like 50 cents for a 2-liter.
So I got a question.
Of course, with inflation now, it's probably like 79 cents.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, did you hear about Jay-Z with the inflation? Yeah. He no longer has 99 problems. With inflation, it's now 112.9 problems.
So what's funny is that I had not heard about that, but just because you said Jay-Z, I knew exactly where you were going with that.
Yeah, he now has 112.9 problems.
It's almost like it's gone up a little bit.
Yeah, it's inflation, man. It's getting everybody.
It gets everybody. So so with that same process, like same mental process, does that mean that since 50 Cent is his name, but inflation's gone up, does that mean that he's actually like 37 because he's not worth the 50 cent now?
Well, you know what?
Or would it
that's
be
kind of glass is half empty kind of thinking? So
or would it be that he's actually
63.7% or 63.7 cent?
Okay, so
it's kind of like with gasoline. You ever notice it's like $2.99.9?
So does that mean that he's
just say it's $3, man?
Does that mean that 50 Cent is like his name should be 63.7%, but he's actually worth
he should just go
36.2?
He should just go by Curtis. Just go by Curtis.
All right.
I like him as an actor better than as a rap star.
You know, he did really good in that role as that cancer patient, though. He owned that role. That was really good.
So I really liked him in Den of Thieves.
Oh, yeah.
I thought he did a great job on that.
That was the one with Jerry Butler in it, wasn't it?
Gerard Butler.
Yeah, Jerry Butler, yeah.
Jerry's, you guys, you're tight.
Yeah, we know each other, man.
You know each other.
Yeah.
Homies.
Yeah, sometimes you know that we hang out. We put up pictures of some of the Overlord's victims in the dungeon.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
We don't need to get all that kind of detail going on, Madman.
All right, you've been listening to episode 31 of Whiskey and Wine, and wait a minute, no, I did have a question for you.
Sure, shoot.
Whenever you, I'm not hand. Whenever you go to the liquor store, do you just sit there and look at stuff and just go, what on earth will just cluck up our guts tonight?
Well,
for the bottom end?
No,
so okay, first off, you have no excuse after the ranch water.
Well, that was just me trying to do something
different. You are the one that got
that's Ryan Bingham's fault. This is not my freaking fault.
And who got the McCormick's?
That was you people.
Yeah, but okay, so that was me.
That was you.
What do you mean, you people?
And I believe last week's was the beef bouillon scotch.
Okay, who got the skull?
All right, that was me. I think it was me. And I'm probably responsible for the Kentucky. Oh, no, you were Kentucky Deluxe. I was Kentucky Tavern.
Yeah.
So I tried a new liquor store today.
How did that work out?
That's a one and done liquor store.
Did y'all almost get the gonocephalherpes on the way out because from all the needles on the ground?
Oh my gosh. I'm pretty sure they sold illegal narcotics in this liquor store. I won't call them out because they're here in the Metroplex, but wow.
So whenever you walk in, do you seriously just look there and go, I really wondered just the lengths of which the Madman's guts can handle?
Honestly, because we were trying to do it, I actually go to the rum aisle in today's scenario. I go to the rum aisle, and then I get down there and I go down to, because some liquor stores it's on the right, sometimes it's on the left, where they start. And then I go to find the lowest price one on the very bottom shelf, and I look through all of them. So I'm looking for white or silver rum in this case. So I got to bypass all the coconut and vanilla flavored ones and stuff.
Oh yeah, heaven forbid we got something with flavor in it.
Yeah, and then and then
I want to drink rubbing alcohol.
Then I look at that mid range, and I look at that top. I mean that really top shelf, furthest to the left that I can't afford. Kind of stuff.
The one that's a mortgage payment.
So someday. Yeah. Will be there
someday.
It's like the elusive blue, the Johnny Walker blue or something.
Yeah.
Someday we'll be in that one. I never look at the case though that's locked because that's never.
They still have those.
Yeah, it's not. Well, they do a goody liquor. They have a case.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's basically what
I was thinking about the one that you could have gotten like a disease from the needles.
Yeah, and so like Skull was the cheapest, but we've already done Skull once before.
I got red carded.
Yeah. We've already done Skull once before, so I know Skull. We did that in a vodka, but I really thought that it probably wouldn't taste any different as far as a rum goes. From that,
I forgot to mention the Calypso did have that 800 number on the back.
Yeah, we've tried those 800 numbers. They go nowhere. It's just like
really
transfers from voicemail to voicemail. But that's the coolest bottle of the lowest.
You know what? One day we need to just call and just follow the rabbit trail and just see where it goes.
Louisville, Kentucky. That's where it's all going to go. Anyways, let's get this.
Let's get this wrapped up.
All right,
you've been listening to episode 31 of episode of Whiskey and Wine. 31. I mean, my guts are ringing from the Calypso. So thank you, Rooster. Once again, thank y'all for tuning in. And in a world full of you're listening. Thanks for tuning in to Whiskey and Wine with the Rooster and the Madman, where you can catch brand new episodes every Saturday at 4 p.m. on Deep Dallas Radio on Locked and Loaded with DJ Shane Guns.
Special thanks to our sponsor, GiftedChicken.com, home to all your beard, bath, and body care needs. Veteran owner-operator right here in North Texas. Or to pick up a bottle of Overlord's Dungeon Oil. It's 100% all-natural coconut oil.
Leaves prickly on the insides.